with a dream in my pocket. Took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb. It's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd. Gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. Pages turn, but the heart stayed true. Every scar's got a golden hue. Telling my story in my own style. With every post, every smile. From the hustle to the heart. Every ending's a brand new start. Turning passion into plans. Long days. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it.
Well, hello, hello, hello. Here we are again. My name's Narelle Warcon. Thank you for joining me today on Who, What, Where Wednesday. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to have you all joining in and for your support and love. Thank you so much for that. So today we have a brand new topic, and I think it's exciting for all of us because we all need to keep stepping up, keep stepping forward. So to those joining us today, if it's your first time, and you're joining us, excuse me, you're joining us on YouTube, then please subscribe, click on that bell for all notifications. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and share it out if you think that this brings value to you and may bring value to somebody else. So again, thank you for joining us on YouTube, and also coming in from LinkedIn. Thank you so much over on LinkedIn. Love you people over there. It's a whole different atmosphere in LinkedIn. And also those joining me from Narelle Warcon author. I appreciate each and every one of you for popping on this week. I have a favor to ask first up before we get into everybody, before I get into saying hello to everybody here. I have, certain analytics come up, and there's certain percentage of people, that it shows that come and see my show or like my videos and do things like that. However, not everybody's subscribing, and I don't understand why when it's free. So please help me out. Please subscribe to the channel, share it out if, like I said, if you find it of value. We've been going for quite a few months now. Hi, Glenda. Excuse me, I had a coffee with cream, and I should not have. Anyway, so if you don't mind doing that, it really helps the algorithms. Leave a comment after the live has gone live and afterwards as well. I really appreciate each and every one of you, because it really makes, it makes me feel good, because you guys put in the effort to be here every week and listen to what I have to share. So sometimes they're wise words and maybe you take something away from that. So, okay. So hello, Siraj. Thank you for joining us. Jean, you were the first one in tonight, and thank you for joining us early in the morning. Thank you, Mahesh, for being here. I love that you guys are coming in from India, Bangladesh, please put in where you are coming in from so that I can make sure that I can say g'day. Hello to dear Willow. Thank you for joining us, Willow. You're up early again this morning. Hello, my dear friend Lids, coming in from North Queensland, and it's getting a bit cooler over here. Let's just say that. Hello, Gua. Sahar, thank you so much for joining us. Hello, Kenton. Thank you for joining us from New Zealand. And also anyone else popping on to those channels of Narelle Warcon author or LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Like I said, please leave a message over there, even if it's just hi. There is one other thing I just want to say before we go into things. My website, narellewarcon.com, needs your help, okay? I just want to check on a few things. If you are reading my blogs or have gone over to my website, I would love for you to leave a message, a comment on my blog. So each week, sometimes I don't go over there, but this week I'm going to, because I want to make sure that everything's working correctly from you guys, not just from me sending out things, practicing and all that sort of stuff. I put a lot of work and effort into my blogs and bring about, many inspirational, I suppose, motivational, but also inspiring in the sense of, maybe it touches you this week. Maybe something there that I've said. Hello, Nara. Thank you for joining us. Abdua, thank you so much for joining us. But maybe there's something that I've written that might touch your heart. So at the bottom of each blog, if you go into it, you're able to leave a reply. So even if you put in, hi, Narelle, I can see this, lovely words, whatever you want to put, that will help out from the back end for us to make sure that all comments and replies are coming through, because I'd hate to absolutely miss anybody, or you've replied and think, well, Narelle hasn't said anything back. So please, if you can help me out there, that would be really, really appreciated. It'll only take you a minute. Pop over narellewarcon.com. That's my website. They're my blogs. Up the top, you can see the blog tab. You can go into that and leave a message. You just need to leave your name and email. No big deal. I'm not going to spam you with rubbish and stuff like that. It's just one of those things that, when you're using back-end applications and things like that. But yeah, I would love for you to do that for me, please. I will just stay here for a minute now that we're here, but some of the blogs that I've written this week really sort of attach themselves to our topic this week. Hi, Lisa. Lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. Peruri. Welcome, Krishna. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You being here. So the topic, so many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. So how many of us have gone down a road and thought, this is never going to happen, we change, and then something else changes and we think, oh, we should have stayed there and done what we needed to do there. There's many things in life, whether it's online businesses, whether it's lifestyles, different things like that. Sometimes we stay too long in a position, whether it be personal or whether it be in business. Sometimes we can stay there too long and think, you know what, this isn't for me. And there's a lot of discussion around this at the moment. So please have a think about what it is that you want to go forward with. Okay, so our topic this week is you're not late, you're right on time. Now, again, I'll just scroll down to this one. So uplifting others. So while we're waiting, while we're going through things, uplifting others is an act of love that fuels both hearts and dreams, including your own. So what are you doing in the meantime? Hi, Abdul. Lovely to see you. What are you doing in the meantime to uplift others? We all need uplifting. Look, I need uplifting all the time too. Coming here is a one way of me to feel uplifted, because you guys come on and your support and your love and your help and your guidance really helps me to be who I am today. And we're going to go through a few of those steps. So one other one is give yourself permission to be kind to yourself. Now, hey, Deborah, lovely to see you. I know that you're listening in, and I hope that what you're doing goes quicker because you are listening in. She knows what I mean. Anyway, yeah, so we didn't have to necessarily go back there, but give yourself permission to be kind to yourself. So let's get on with the show tonight. Anybody else jumping on, I will come back and say hello and g'day a little bit later into the show. So welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Narelle Warcon, and I am coming to you from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. And I do appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, Willow, I'm sorry about that, but keep your eyes closed and just listen. And we love you too. Okay, so you're not late, you're right on time. Okay, thank you, Kenton. I appreciate that. So, welcome back to another empowering session of Ready, Set, Go and being prepared. Now, it's more about being prepared. Remember, over the last couple of months, we've been discussing how we can do things. How can we get prepared? What can we do to be prepared? Okay. So last week we dove into growing into who you really are, right? And then the one before that was the cost of playing small. So many of us play small because we don't think we have the ability to step up and be somebody. But I can tell you now that many people in your lives, um, you have gone through things in your life that other people are waiting on you to share those things. Okay. So remember that, you can start by using your YouTube channel. You can start by posting things out on Facebook, just about your lifestyle, what your interests are. I did a live the other day for Mother's Day down at the harbour. If you haven't seen it, it is on my YouTube channel. So please go and have a look at that. I was just out there and decided, hey, I'm going to do a live. And you can do that easily yourself. You don't have anybody looking at you or judging you. You're just being you. Okay, so let's get on with this. Tonight's message is personal, it's healing, and it's a reminder many of us need. You're not late, you're right on time. Okay, so the first one that we're going to get into is the myth of being behind. Now, many of us, including myself, at some stage in my life, felt that I wasn't up to where I should be, or I was comparing myself. So we live in a world of timelines, benchmarks, and highlight reels. Okay. So social media sort of dictates to us that you should be like this, or you should be like that, or why aren't you up at this stage or this level, or, there is no levels when you really think about it. So whether it's age, career, marriage, business, or purpose, there's a silent pressure to arrive by a certain time. Like I said, we take on those feelings, those what's put out there in social media in particular. Oh my gosh, look at her, look at him. What are they doing? Oh, I could never do that. So have a think about those things, like why do you think, what did I write here? What makes you think you are late? So even if you want to pop in the comments, what have your thoughts been around excuse me, why you think you're late? Why do you think you're late? So it's a good topic. Thank you, Jean. In our lives, we know that what we wait for comes around on time. Okay. Hi, Marcianne. Lovely to see you. Okay. So whose timeline is it really? Okay, is it your timeline? Have you put that hard sort of, something to accomplish by a certain date? Now, it's okay to put a timeline down. I work with my production manager, and we work to certain time frames and timelines. Now, sometimes it has to be expanded out, and we put in a different date. So don't be too harsh on yourself if you don't meet that timeline, okay? Because I believe, look, I've been through a lot in my life, particularly health-wise and things like that with my heart, and I believe that each day is exactly where we need to be. So delay is not denial. Detours are not dead ends. God, life, and purpose are not running on Instagram clocks. Okay? So remind yourself that this isn't something that you need to be comparing yourself and things like that. So let's move on. So divine timing versus man-made timelines. How do you all sit with that? Are you trusting in the dear Lord? As you know, I'm a believer, a firm believer in the dear Lord. whether you are or not, or whether you call it something else, then divine timing doesn't bow to societal pressures. Okay, these are the things that we put on ourselves. These are the things we take on. What are you watching? What are you doing? Who are you speaking to? Who you being around? And that's many of the things that go into each and every segment of who who you're becoming, how you're being prepared. And like I said, I come on here each week to share with you things that I have been through in my life, but also those steps to take them to make it a little bit easier for you to go back over notes and things like that. So if you haven't already put your email in, you can get the notes from right back from week one on Ready Set Go. So narellewarcon.com/Ready Set Go. Just pop your email in and you'll be able to receive all of those notes, and you can do it at your own pace, step by step. Nobody's rushing you. Nobody's saying you have to do it now, or you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, set, go, let's go. It doesn't happen that way. It happens as we prepare ourselves, embrace what's being shared with us, and take that forward. How that looks for you is different on how that looks for me. So just remember that. Sometimes what looks like a delay is actually preparation, not punishment. So stop punishing yourself and know that you are being prepared. Life unfolds in layers, and boy, do we have layers. Some seasons are for planting, others are for harvesting. Okay, so excuse me. Your time is not lost, it's been invested in preparation. Delayed doesn't mean denied, it means refined. You're not waiting in vain, you're being positioned for something greater. How many of us have stood there, sat there, thought to ourselves, because we get a lot of thoughts that go on in our head, or I do anyway, about where we're being positioned right now. And even in our company, how many of us are sitting there going, well, why isn't this? Okay, why isn't this happening? Because it's not meant to happen in your um, time frame. It's meant to happen when it's meant to happen, in either God's timing, divine timing, however you want to look at that. That's when it's meant to happen, and that's when it'll be exactly the right time. Okay, not 1 minute before, not 1 minute after. Thank you so much for all the chats happening there. I will come over to there shortly. So I do have quotes again this week, not for everyone, but so my quote for this one is, when the time is right, and I know, Jean, you love this one, I, the Lord, will make it happen, from Isaiah 60:22. So when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Okay, so you have to take that in, take it in and trust yourself that this is exactly where you need to be right now. Okay, so what season do you feel like you're in right now? I'd love to hear it in the chat. Are you in the planting, the waiting, the harvesting? Where are you in your life? Not just in our business, but in your life. Are you preparing? Have you been preparing? Do you feel that life's letting you down a little bit? Do you feel like you're behind? Because they're all your thoughts that are coming from either the words from other people you're taking on, which is not something you should do. Okay, you really have to have a look at yourself. Go inwards. Always go inwards first. Okay, that's where the answers lie. Absolutely, in prayer. Absolutely, 100%. Okay, so if you want to write down where you feel that you are you sort of struggling a little bit? Are you panicked? Because these are all things that we'll go over the next few weeks as well. I think a lot of people tend to be panicked because they feel that not only just being left behind, but they don't think they've got the ability to do anything more than they have, or they don't want to learn something new. But the thing is, you don't know. You're already putting a negative in your life by going, I don't think I can do this. Okay. So the third topic tonight is reframing the narrative. So from regret to readiness. This is a big one. So stop saying, I should have started earlier. because right now you're right on time. Okay, you're not late. Nobody's ever late. Okay. I should tell you a story there, but I'll keep going with this tonight. So I should have started earlier. Stop saying that and start saying, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. See how it changes the whole narrative of things? You know, you're exactly where you need to be. Thank you, Jean. Love you. Every delay, every no, every closed door was working for you, not against you. So everything that's happened in your past, closed doors, bad relationships, business deals that went wrong, something in your family, all of these things happened just as it did in my life to be the person who I am today. Okay. That's right. The fear of missing out, Jean. We're going to, some of those subjects are coming up in the next few weeks. So many feel a fear of missing out, but they go ahead in certain ways that are not good for them because they haven't listened to their own heart, to their own soul. They've listened to too many other people say this direction, that direction, you know. So the fear of missing out is put out there, but is it really real or what you need in your life right now? And that's where people go to shiny objects and swap over here and, you know, go to different things because they're not happy within themselves, firstly, to begin with. But secondly, they're looking for something to, or they're trusting somebody to bring about change in their life when it's them that needs to change. Oh, that's a bit too straight, maybe. So you needed to become who you are today to handle what's coming next. So what is coming next? Do we know? Nobody knows what tomorrow will bring, so we can only live in today. Today is so important because tomorrow, who knows? You know, we don't want to be gone from this earth just yet, but death is inevitable. There is no going back or saying, I don't want to go yet. But yeah, so what I'm saying is that everything that you have handled in your life, everything you've gone through, every struggle, every trial, every happiness, every sadness, you know, every bit of grief has brought you to where you are today. And that's exactly what's happened in my life. You know, I have come to this part of my life where I can share with you experiences in my life because I have dealt with them. My ability to deal with nonsense. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there, Willow. Um, you certainly get to an age where you don't deal with nonsense anymore. And you are very choosy, I suppose, or you prioritize what does take that time in your life. I wish I'd started my business sooner becomes the lessons I've lived through are now my greatest asset. Do you feel that? Like what you've gone through, that's your greatest asset. You know, you have the ability to help others, you have the ability to uplift others. Okay, you just have to believe in yourself and you have to start that work, you know, that inner work about trusting and guiding yourself and knowing that what decisions you make, you trust yourself on that. You trust those around you, but if you start with you first, you're going to make better decisions. Always give it to the Lord if in doubt, because the answer will come. So write in the chat one thing you've experienced that now makes sense in hindsight. Isn't hindsight a wonderful thing? So if there is something, you don't have to share anything in particular on what, you know, if it's a personal matter and things like that. I think we can all look back and go, in hindsight, wow, I shouldn't have done that. You know, in hindsight, or looking back, there are many things in my own personal life that I could have changed. But when I think about it now, if I hadn't have gone through those things, I wouldn't be who I am today. So just remember that. Don't take the sorrow of yesterday into your today. Today is a new day. The past is gone, 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 gone. You cannot change it. You cannot take 5 minutes from yesterday and change it. Okay, so don't take the sorrow of yesterday into today. Okay, my love for others never wavers, and I do really trust you. Do I know that? I feel it, and we love you, Willow. Thank you. So step 4: purpose is not a race; it's a revelation. So you don't have to rush to catch up. You're not behind. You're being aligned. okay? So remember, stop comparing yourself to others. Keep moving forward. If you're moving forward, right, you're heading in exactly the right direction. You know, those who are looking back all the time, they're not going to go in the right direction because they're too busy looking at what could have been, what should have been, what I might have said, or what I could have done, or what I could have changed. Like I said, yesterday is gone, okay? You cannot change it. So why not start today to believe in who you are, firstly, and what you can bring forward to help other people. We need to give ourselves permission to be kind to ourselves, okay? Okay, so when you grow into who you really are and stop playing small, you make room for perfect timing to meet perfect readiness. Now that's your perfect. Hey, Nuno, lovely to see you. That's your perfect timing. That's your perfect readiness. That's not mine. I'm not comparing myself to you or anyone. You know, what I do is in readiness for where I need to be next, who I can help next, who I can uplift, who I can love on more. You know, that's where I am because of all the work that I've had to do. And I mean it, I don't want to scare you with this because I had a big life, but for me, it took a while. Okay. It took a while. But if you're not doing that on a daily basis, it gets to help me to develop a sense of self respect, self esteem, self love. Each was a blessing. Absolutely. And I keep bringing it back to self love. You know, when you love yourself enough, okay, you can then help other people. We talk about that inner work, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know what she's talking about. Is she a woo woo lady or what? You know, like I said, I believe in God. I don't believe in woo woo so much. I know people who do. Hey, May, lovely to see you. But the thing is, um, you have to start somewhere, okay? So how can you be late if you've started? Like I said, it's a big topic, and it's one that we could go on for hours and hours. We won't, okay? Because I am trying to do my best in making sure that I limit your time as well as mine. So stop asking when will it happen and start saying I'll be ready when it does. You know, these are really powerful words. Stop asking when will it happen. How many times do we hear it? And particularly in our business, when is this going to happen? Let's change those words around and start saying, I'll be ready when it does. And that's why I've brought you Ready, Set, Go and being prepared, so that I can give you some stepping stones to being prepared in certain areas. I can't give you everything. I'm not that good, you know. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But you know what I mean? Like, it's up to you to make those decisions as to what you want to take forward with you. Maybe there's some things that don't align with you right now, but that's okay, because if other things do, you can actually skip ahead in a sense and then come back, because everybody aligns differently. At certain times, there's going to be things that I share that you go, oh, I don't know about that. But maybe you're growing into that. Maybe you're being watered. Maybe you were just planted. You know, maybe there's a whole heap of people out there just waiting for you to go, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm going to give myself permission to be me, to be you. You know, there's so many beautiful people here. So thank you so much for that, and all the chats. I know we'll come back over to there. So I just want to read that again, sorry, because that really sticks with me, is stop asking yourself, when will it happen? And start saying, I'll be ready when it does. Are you ready? That's what I want to ask you all. So think about fruit. Okay, any fruit. It doesn't ripen on demand. It ripens when it's ready. And so do you. Thank you so much, Willow. I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, so number 5, practical tools to stay grounded in your timing. All right. Now, some of these will work for you. Some of them you'll find, no, that's not for me. But take on what feels right for you. Okay, so practice gratitude. Excuse me, I just need a little drink. Practice gratitude. One of the things that I find helped me because of the domestic violence and things like that was to thank your past self for surviving the journey. Oh, why do I get all funny in the throat there? Um, Thank your past self for surviving the journey. Now, I just want to share a little personal thing here. On my refrigerator, whatever you want to call it, I have a picture of my mum and myself as a baby. I was probably about 6 months old. One day I'll share it with you. I have it on my fridge for a reason, because there were things that happened to me as a young child that shouldn't have. And there should have been a responsible adult around to make sure that that didn't happen. Okay. Again, I don't hold, this is not about blame or anything like that. I don't hold on to the past. I've dealt with that. And that's why I'm sharing this little personal story with you. So the picture of my mum and myself was taken at a annual show. I don't know what, maybe a fete or something that you might call it overseas, but it's called, like here, a show, where they have rides and they have, food, and it only comes around once a year, carnival type thing. Okay, so the picture was taken then. I've had it tucked away and I've had it now on my fridge for probably, I'd say, 3 or 4 months. Now, the reason why I put it there was because I needed to tell my younger self that it was okay. I didn't know any different. I don't take any blame for what happened to me. And the reason why I chose that photo is I have to forgive my mum, and I have to not blame anybody, but I have to love her more, and I have to love me more. And it's just a reminder for me. It may not work for you, okay, depending on what happened, um, what has happened in your life, okay. And because mine was around that domestic violence, being sexually abused as a 2-year-old girl, it's, yeah, brought up things in my life that I have to come across. We talked about those layers, right? So the layers keep coming up all of your life. Don't ever think that you're just going to get to the end layer. Well, if you do, you're probably going to die, because you're always releasing layers and layers and layers and layers, and they come up, and that's how I am releasing that one. So practice gratitude. Thank your past self for surviving the journey. Okay, so I thank myself and I'm happy, and I look into my baby eyes and let her know that it's okay. So release comparison. Don't let someone else's timeline make you question yours. Okay, so it is really important that we're not just, we take on, we listen to our leaders, we listen to those who are in authority, we listen to those, whether it's family, parents, uncles, aunts, whether it's people we work for, our job, that sort of thing. Okay, but and we do have certain timelines in, particularly if you're involved in business or working and have a job. But one of the things you have to continue to do, I suppose, is stop bringing on this thing of somebody else's timeline. Okay, so you don't need to question yours from compared to somebody else's. That's what I'm trying to say. So set intentions, not expirations. So live purposefully, but without panic. So many people in life are panicking. Firstly, I don't believe, I believe that they don't trust the Lord enough, but that's just my opinion, okay? And secondly, I think there's a world out there that is going crazy. And if you are in that, if you are watching it, if you are listening to it, if you're talking about it all the time, okay, well, what is it going to create within yourself? It's going to create that negativity. It's going to create that I can't be like this person, or comparison to who or what you think you should be because that's what they told you. Okay, so always remember that, and reflect weekly. What's one way you've moved forward this week? So each week I ask you different questions. Whether you put it into the chat is really up to you, but it's just something to reflect on. Okay, reflect on where you've come from daily. I always say never look back. You're not going that way, but it's okay to look back to see how far you've come. Okay, they're huge ones. So reflect back on what happened this last week and go, well, is there something I need to change within myself, or my, my time frame of being able to do this, or just get started, because that's what we're here for. So number 6 is affirmations to anchor the truth. Now I want you to play along with me here, okay? So let's speak this together, whether you're typing it, feeling it, believing it, or whether you want to speak it out loud where you are, okay? Let's take a moment to anchor this message deep into your soul and heart. Even if you're watching the replay, type in the chat, affirm out loud, and claim this for yourself. This is where we shift from hearing truth to owning our truth. Hi, Jalen, lovely to see you. Are you ready? I am not late. I am right on time. So type in right on time if you're letting go of the pressure to rush. Are you right on time? Secondly, my journey is unique, and that's my power. And that's what I keep saying and explaining and sharing every week, that you are so unique. You have an amazing power within inside of you that really needs to come out. Okay, you need to be prepared, for what's coming. So if my journey is unique and that's my power, right? My story is not a race. Okay, my story is not a race. Hey, I'm 64. Had I have known what I know now back then, like there's times when you think to yourself, I wished I had have known more, but you can't change that. So I trust the timing of my life, even when I don't understand it. Okay, trusting the process. I trust the timing of my life, even when I don't understand it. So I am still becoming, and that's beautiful. If you're growing through what you're going through, drop a heart in the chat. We're all growing every day, every week, every month, every year. We still grow and grow and grow, and that's what makes us unique, is we're doing it in our own time frame. Remember, you're not late, you're right on time. So nothing that is for me will pass me by. Remember that. We think everything's for us. Oh, we take this, that, everything, but it's not. Everything that is for me will not pass me by. Okay? So remember that. If it's meant to be, it will be. Okay? And it's as simple as that, honestly. I always say, just another, thought that come to my head. When people have a decision to make, thank you, Dylan. I'm right on time too. And you have a decision to make. I always say or share with somebody, have a think about it, sit with it. If it feels heavy, if it feels distracting, if it feels like, I just don't know which way to go, I don't know what to do, I've looked into this, I've heard this person speak about this, and you don't know what to do, usually that is the exact reason, that you should look at it. If it's light, if it feels great, if it feels not so heavy and you're thinking about it, but it feels good within you, I can tell you that once you make that decision, whether it's for that, whatever it is you're choosing, or if it's against it, for it or against it, whatever decision you make, you'll feel lighter anyway. Because when we make those decisions, it's a whole body thing, to me, it's trusting the Lord, knowing that it's going to happen in the right timing. Okay, so trust the pace, trust the process. You're not late, you're not overlooked, and you certainly haven't missed your moment. Okay, a lot of people think, look at Willow here. Willow's so beautiful. Willow's a young 80 something. Sorry, Willow, I didn't mean to put it out there. But Willow is still out there, still turning up, still showing up, still processing, still going through and sharing and learning experiences in life. Are you doing that, or are you just sitting back? And some people are whinging and whining and carrying on like they're 2-year-olds. Stop it. You don't need to be like that. You're an adult. You get to choose adult things, and whether it's right or wrong, okay, that will be either a lesson or a learning in life. How many lessons and learnings have we had? You certainly haven't missed your moment. You're being prepared in divine timing to walk into rooms walk into opportunities and platforms made just for you. Okay, so can you see that? Like this, it excites me because I know where we are, I know where we've come from. I don't know where we're going, but I trust it, you know. So it's one of those things for me that you're walking into, if you trust and trust the dear Lord, you're walking into rooms, possibilities, opportunities. There's so much there, you know, that it excites me. It brings joy to my everyday. So stay ready, because when your moment shows up, you'll be ready to go. Okay, preparation, be prepared, ready, set, go. Like I said, if you want the notes from the previous weeks just to go over in your head, to go, well, this is where I am, I've already done this, or I need to do this, then certainly drop your email into narellewarcon.com, ready, set, go. It's just your email, and you'll get the link to be able to download all of those notes. Okay, it really is about being prepared. Now, like I said, in your timing, it's not my timing. I'm just sharing my understandings, my journey through having to go through these steps without the guidance of, you know, having the notes that are available right to you now. So next week's topic, and don't hold me to this yet, because sometimes things can change. But next week's topic is what's stopping you. 84, Willow, you are just my hero, or Shiro, what they call it. So next week's topic is that. So let me go back over this chat. If you do have any questions about what I shared, please pop them in. I'm just going to go back quickly up to the top and just say a few hellos and see what was said. You're not late, you're right on time. Absolutely. I hope you got some value from today. You know, I'd really like a thumbs up if you did, or if you like the topics that I'm bringing to you. Like I said, again, I'm bringing what my experiences are and what I've stepped through over the last months, over the last years, and things like that. So hopefully it is of value to you. So Saraj, thank you so much. Kenton, thank you for joining in from New Zealand. Please pop over to Kenton. I'm not quite sure I can share that yet, Kenton, but anyway, I will share it over the next couple of weeks. Pop over to Kenton Patterson's YouTube channel and give him a like as well while you're here. Matilda, thank you so much. Papua New Guinea is in the house. We love you so much, Papua New Guinea. So thank you for joining in. I know that it's a wonderful time of the night for you, because it's the same time as me. So Willow, thank you once again. It is really an honor to have you here. Lisa, Abdul, Jean, of course. Thank you so much for all your chats in there, Jean. I appreciate you coming on and supporting me each and every week. And Peruru, Abdul, Lisa, Deborah, Deborah Mackay, listening in from Brisbane. Thank you so much. I just want to get down to a couple of these. Marcianne joined us. Thank you so much, Marcianne. Marcianne does an amazing job in sharing information out about our company to the French community as well. So thank you so much for that, Marcianne. And pop over and have a look at Marcianne's YouTube if you know anyone who is French speaking. She does an amazing job and is an amazing and wonderful woman. Many of us do not realize just how powerful the words you use to communicate are so very powerful. Yeah, here where we live and in the spiritual world also. Absolutely. Like I said, I think prayer is really powerful, but what we speak to ourselves, and it's something that's a learning, okay? You go through life and you're told this, 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 and this. And as you come into adulthood, some of those things carry on. And then all of a sudden you start to realize, hang on a minute, no, that's not the person I want to be. That's not the direction I want to go. So you do have choices every day. And we know that Red has spoken about that many times, and we can't say it enough. Everything that you take into your life is your responsibility. Whether you move forward in business, whether you make that decision to have a relationship, have a child, own a house, a car, they're all decisions in life. You know, you've got to feel it within your heart, within your soul, whether that's right for you. So Lids David, thank you so much for joining us again, Lids. I really appreciate you. And Rohashab, I never say it properly. I'm so sorry. But I really appreciate your support, not only here, but also on my other videos that I do. If you want to have a look at the YouTube channel, you can have a look at little videos that I do, little shorts that I put up. And like I said, I did a Mother's Day live the other day. It is all on my channel. If you pop over there and give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, greatly appreciated. Like I said, it helps with voice choice power is a terminology I took on many years ago because for me it's about finding your voice and having that choice to empower yourself, okay, to empower those around you to keep moving forward. So as you can see, I do weekly Who What Where Wednesdays, and I appreciate you all, but I also do little videos and shorts and things like that, which you will find by going to the tabs on the videos and shorts, and you will see there's that one of me that I did a Mother's Day live. Like I said, I was down at the harbour at Mackay, Queensland here, and it's beautiful where the boats are all tied, docked in. It was just beautiful. It was just a little bit windy on that day, but I needed to get out of the house because I wasn't able to spend Mother's Day with my two daughters and my granddaughter. They live a long way away. So it's not always, it doesn't always happen. Thanks, Deborah. Love you. I hope the cleaning went well. Um, Very reclusive. Yeah, Willow, I feel the same. I get a little bit reclusive. I find that if I go out too much and spend my energy levels go down very quickly. If I'm around too many people or too much noise really affects me. Um, so just quickly here, go through a few. Again, Kenton, thank you so much for your support always. We'll be in touch shortly with you. And oh, Nuno, thank you so much. I know you came in a little bit later. Oh, there is one thing. So you all know that I want to write another book, but it's called Wisdom of Words, Echo of Wisdom. Just like that, I forgot it. Sorry. Echoes of Wisdom. So these are the two covers that I have been looking at. They may not be either one, but what I wanted to ask you was, and Willow, you might like to do this as well as Jean. There might be others as well. Send me an email, okay, or send me a chat, private chat. I would love to add a couple of you guys, ladies and gentlemen. If you have some wise words that you would like to share, then I would like to put that into that book, which will be a downloadable. Now, it's not a whole thingy, but yeah, I would just love to add in some of your wise words because I think it's really important, that we share together. I don't have all the wise words in the world, and many people have beautiful words, particularly Eugene. I know that, you're a writer, but you're creative, in all sorts of different aspects in your life. So many past experiences were gifts to help me develop a sense of self-respect, self-esteem, self-love. And I think we can all uh, share in that. Everything that we come through is that learning or lesson. Beautiful books. Don't you have them in Portuguese yet? Oh, no, flat doing them in English at the moment. But let's see. We'll see what we can do, hey? So I can report truthfully that I have been a hellraiser in my past. A guaranteed flag waving judge, and now I look back and have to giggle. Excuse me. Oh, Willow, you make me laugh because I know myself. I know myself that, yeah, I was that black sheep. I did a lot of things. But you know what? I'm proud of myself in a sense for doing some of those things, stepping out of that box. And wouldn't call it retaliating, but I certainly have been born with a stubborn streak in me. And if somebody tells me you can't or you won't or that's not going to happen, I usually do retaliate to a certain degree, but usually in a positive way. Okay. So thank you, Nuno, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Kaylee, I missed you. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your support and your love. Like I said, if you find this of value today, share it out with others. Like I said in the beginning, it does help if you guys subscribe to the channel. The fact that it's free, there's no reason not to. So if you could help me out there, there's a big percentage of people that come in from all over the world that do watch my videos. There's lots who support and love on it. I just like to see it going out more, for the fact that I know that it will help so many more people if it's shared out there. You're an influencer, Narelle. This is the one I wanted to come back, which is someone who is much needed at this time. Absolutely, Willow. And that was one of the choices I had, whether I come out and do something, or it was, easier to sit back and do nothing. We all know that. If we have to step out, I'm stepping out into the world. I did that when I wrote my book. Okay, I took away all the false hope or anything around it and made it about hope for those who are either living through domestic violence or just bringing hope to a little girl or woman that may be in certain circumstances where they feel by reading my story that they're not alone. Okay, so definitely I have I don't know about an influencer, but thank you so much. Like I said, I'm just sharing my life because I can, and because I know that there are so many people out there who just need to be heard, you know. I completely agree with you, Narelle, because we don't have to wait to be ready, because we won't be ready. Yeah, so that's right. That's right, Nuno. So there's never a good time. There's never a right time. There's never a perfect time. It's perfect timing for you, but you have to make those choices. So thank you so much for joining. And again, M. Kaylee, thank you so much. Lids, my dear friend. And I'm going to whizzy down here quickly now. Jean, thank you once again for your support each week, and for Kenton as well. Willow, it's been a pleasure. Jelen, thank you so much for joining in, and thank you for your support on my other videos as well. And don't forget, just pop over to narellewarcon.com and leave a comment on any one of those blogs. If it stands out for you, then just go in and leave me a reply, something, anything. So I just want to make sure that those sort of things are working from the back end. Glenda, thank you so much for joining in. And to your daughter, Jasmine, we send lots of love to you both from South Australia. It's always a pleasure to see your name pop up here. And for any of those who are leaving messages on LinkedIn and Narelle Warcon author, I do appreciate each and every one of you. Please leave a comment. Please pop over to my YouTube. And you know what? Next week, we're talking about what's stopping you. So maybe. So let's keep it at that for now. Again, thank you so much. If I've missed anybody, please forgive me. It's hard to go through all the chat because the chat is very big. I would love you to join us next week on Who, What, Where Wednesday. If there is any topics that you would like me to discuss, maybe it's something on more of a personal level, maybe it's something that you're going through and things like that. I'm open to hearing about any topics that you might have for me to be able to share. I'm quite a wise woman only because of what I've been through, and what I give to you is my opinion and is my sharing of things that I have been through in my life. Okay, these things are as Willow needed. It's very needed out there. We need to communicate more. We need to love more. We need to share our hearts more. We need to openly communicate in the sense that, people are not, they're sort of holding it in. They're holding it in and they're not sharing it because they're too scared that that person's going to judge them, or they're too scared that somebody's going to say something that they don't want to hear. It really is time, and it's time in this world to take back our ownership of what we need in this world. Godly love, inspiring others, communicating, being there, being uplifting, and being kind to yourself. So thank you very, very much for joining me. I do appreciate each and every week. I love you all, and I will be praying for our dear friend Marty, and also Chris. I believe Chris is just a powerhouse when it comes to doing what he's doing right now. We all need to rest, just as Ash. We pray for Ash as well with what he's going through. We know that everything, excuse me, everything that they do, particularly Ash, is for the welfare of ourselves and being able to bring about his vision in uplifting and bringing hope for humanity. Okay, so remember that, keep it in your mind, keep your hearts open to what is coming in. Think about it, rest up, and take it easy, and make sure that you're making these choices about who you are in the direction that you're taking. Remember, you're not late, you're right on time. So I love you all, and I'll see you all again next week and on Who, What, Where Wednesday. Bye for now, and blessings and love. Bye.